Hi, folks. Rick Wedell here. I'm the Chief Investment Officer at RFG. Thought we'd come to you today with a brief market update, kind of let you know what's going on out there. And the answer is not much. It is very quiet. We are in the kind of dog days at the end of August. There's not much going on. S&P 500 right at about 4,400, which is up right at about 15% year to date, which is obviously a pretty good return for about an 8-month period. Earnings season for the second quarter is pretty much wrapped up. As the beginning of the week, we had about 475 out of the 500 companies that have reported. I would say that those earnings came in ahead of disappointing expectations, going into that report or going into reporting season. Most analysts had anticipated that earnings for the S&P 500 would be down about 12% year over year. That number came in right at about 3.5%. It'll move around a little bit based on the remaining 25 companies to report. But the vast majority of them reported, and it was better than feared. However, still down a little bit. So, shouldn't be lost on that. So not much news out there on the earnings front. In terms of overall macroeconomics, what people are looking at, the markets are still looking for that soft landing, this idea that we're going to get inflation cooling without having, any type of major economic upheaval in terms of a recession, which is a good thing, right? This is the Goldilocks scenario that we've been talking about for, it feels like about 18 months now. This notion that the economy will cool off without us having to go into a recession. That's a great thing. We're now kind of splitting hairs around, okay, well, is the Fed going to have to maybe raise rates a little bit higher to get that inflation genie back into the bottle? Or do they have to, more importantly, maybe leave interest rates higher for longer than folks had anticipated? And you're seeing those headlines sort of bandied about. So long as we're not talking about a recession, then all of this is kind of good news, and it's shades around the good news. It's the good news is bad news. And bad news is good news. We had a little bit weaker data come out of the housing market, and that was seen by the market as a good thing because it maybe means that, the interest rates might come down a little bit sooner. We saw a little bit weaker numbers on the jobs numbers, and, the market interprets that as a good thing because maybe it means that interest rates don't have to go even higher. So sort of splitting hairs a little bit, but still on track for that, soft landing, which is definitely a good thing for the markets overall. It is back to school season, so for all you parents out there, your kids, depending on where you're listening to this, are either already back in school or are getting ready to go back to school. All 5 of mine are back in school, which is leaving my wife and I joyful, elated, exuberant. Just congratulations, everybody, on getting through another summer, and welcome back to school. With that, as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself or to your advisor. I hope you are having a great day, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.